3:30 in the afternoon, and I've just taken a break from the computer. Yes, I went back to trying to edit or convert the recordings of the Samsung telly, trying to decrypt the program. It was a fresh day. I want to give it another go, but it was taking, I think it was it seems to decrypted it, but I couldn't play it because it was a TS file. So I downloaded a video player called VLC. It's an open source program, and I tried to load it, but I couldn't play it and I couldn't see any data. So what I did was I went to their save convert option. So I reopened the file there. So you've got the source file, which is the TS file, and I tried to convert it to an MP4 file and save it to the desktop. And it said convert in, you know, as if it's doing it, but there was no bar or percentage sign percentages going up. There was no indication it was working, you know. But I let it run for a good half an hour whilst I was surfing the net, and then it occurred to me this program, which I watched from the flash drive on the telly through the USB socket, it was pretty good. It was a good recording. It's a talking pictures TV program, about 25 minutes long, and it was really good. The quality, the sound, and this channel is not really set up for HD. It's quite standard definition, so you lose a bit of quality here and there. But I was pleasantly surprised by the recording of it, and that I would actually watch the program because it was on something that was quite interesting. And so I thought, it's 25 minutes long, and it's converting a 25-minute long. Now, if it's like an export, it's going to take about 4 hours. And I thought, at the end of the day, do I really want to do this in the future? So I stopped it and deleted the file, uninstalled the VLC player, uninstalled the decryptor, which didn't install anyway. It was just the app. I just downloaded the app onto the desktop and deleted it simply. And so that took all this time, and I thought, well, it's 3 o'clock. I had breakfast around 9, 10 o'clock. I thought, well, 12 o'clock was too soon for lunch, as was 1 o'clock. And 2 o'clock was still too soon, so 3 o'clock I thought I'd stop for lunch. And I remembered Penny Dreadful. Now, it's a spin-off. It's called Penny Dreadful City of Angels, and it's a spin-off of Penny Dreadful, which I watched almost religiously. There was about 4 seasons of that, maybe 5, but I saw all of it because it has Dracula in it, it has Frankenstein's monster, it has Frankenstein himself, it's got Dorian Gray from Oscar Wilde, it's got the Wolfman, and even Wolfman's alter ego, which at the start isn't the same name, but later on it turns out that his real name is Lawrence Talbot, which is the Wolfman's alter ego in the Universal horror films of the 30s, or 40s and 40s. The Wolfman films were in the 40s, 41 to 48, I think, if you include the Abbott and Costello one. And of course, Lon Chaney played the Wolfman, but of course, as a human, he was Lawrence Talbot, and that was the character in Penny Dreadful. Now, that was set around the end of the 19th century, and this spin-off brings it up to date, I believe. It looks like, judging by the cars in the thumbnails, it looks like it's 1950, 1960, maybe 1940. Even the dress, the hairstyles look like Hollywood's, looks like pre-50. I think it was it could be 1920s. I think maybe it's turn of the 20th century. Yeah, turn of the century. So it's probably 1900s, which is a good period for dramas because of Boardwalk Empire was set in the 20s. Look that. Yeah, I'm sure they were. Oh yeah, the Knack. The Knack or the Nick? The Nick was set at the turn of the century in New York. I'm talking about 1900 plus. And I thought this was going to come on, I won't be able to watch it because last time I watched it was on a streaming service. But now Sky have created an Atlantic, well they've always had the Atlantic, but they decided to put all of the shows that were, these shows weren't on the Atlantic, I think they were on a streaming platform. We needed to, anyway, I've got access to all these dramas now, Sopranos, Game of Thrones, and Peaky Blinders. And of course, they said there was going to be a new Peaky Blinders. What was it called? It's gone off the screen. Penny Dreadful. So I heard they were making a new Penny Dreadful. It was going to be set, I thought it was in the present day, judging by the thumbnails, as I said, it is the 19th century, but not today. Or we'll soon find it, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll be fast, I don't know. I don't know anything about it, except it's a different time zone. And so I'm watching a documentary, it's quite shocking. Yeah, so it finally came, there was a trailer for it, so it'll be starting in July. And because I couldn't pre-record it because it hadn't arrived yet. So a week ago, when it appeared on the guide, I was able to record it because I didn't want to forget about it. And of course it recorded it yesterday. I think it was yesterday, or, yeah, let's say it was yesterday. And I noticed it on the home screen of the Sky thing. I thought, there it is. But I don't want to watch recordings of it because it includes the adverts. So what I do is I'm going to delete the recording, find it on catch up and watch it from there. That way it'll be like Boardwalk Empire, I don't have to watch the adverts, it'll just cut to an ad, it'll say end of part 1 and then it'll go straight to part 2. So that's what I'm about to do now. See, no adverts. Anyway, it's set in 1938. So far, I've recognised Nathan Lane, Natalie Dormer from Game of Thrones. Nathan Lane is from The Birdcage, which is from I saw years ago with Robin Williams and Gene Hackman. And what else is in this that I recognise? One other. That's Rory Kinnear. He's the one in the recent Bond films. And also the son of Rory Kinnear. Anyway, now Rory Kinnear, he was in the other Dreadful, Penny Dreadful series, where he was the Frankenstein's monster. So I don't know if this is like 50 years later, and he's perhaps, maybe he must be the grandson of the monster. And I don't know yet, but to have the same actor play, it must be a descendant of the monster. He has to be, but it hasn't been proven yet. It's only just started. Right, so I'll carry on watching. Yeah, I'm back at the desk. I've seen 3 episodes of, I have to be careful not to say Peaky Blinders, Penny Dreadful, City of Angels. It draws its inspiration from today's events, bearing in mind it was probably conceived about 2018, 2017, and filmed last year. So there are references in there, so obvious, but I'm not going to name it. Even it seems to mirror, the events in the show seem to mirror today's events. So it's about today, and so from a horror angle, it is mostly demons involved. I don't know if it's good demons versus bad demons. I think that sort of thing. Probably more Mexican folklore than European. But it's a struggle to watch. It's very good. The production values are excellent. The attention to detail is just pleasure to watch. Being set in 1938 in California, Los Angeles, it does remind you of Chinatown, you know. So that's a plus. And the acting's good. I've noticed recently major actors are actually lip reading other actors' lines, and I thought, wow, there must be a bag of nerves at the moment. So I don't know, just something I'm not seeing for a long time, but to see it in big productions like this. Anyway, yeah, so it's full of references, not enough horror. So when I said 1938, you know where we're going in terms of world events. Yeah. And because the Frankenstein monster, or the actor who played it in the first series, in the first show, in the original series. They haven't ascertained whether he's a descendant of the monster, because if I remember the end, I don't want to spoil Penny Dark, Penny Dreadful, PD. The Frankenstein monsters character. I really need a script or a teleprompter. Oh, I'm digressing as well. Look at me. How rude. Sorry. The thing on the screen needs to be ticked. There's a clue. Yeah, this is really rude of me to do this when I should be focusing on one thing. Frankenstein's monster. I don't want to spoil Penny Dreadful if you haven't seen it, but at his whatever happens to his character at the end, it's kind of logically logically go on to create a son and a grandson who this character now could be, in terms of the accent and what have you. But if they're gonna call it, I mean, it's called City of Angels and then small writing. I keep forgetting the title. Penny Dreadful. So let me say that again. Sorry. The main title is City of Angels, and in small print, like a subtitle, it says Penny Dreadful. So there is a connection, but is it the talent behind the shows, or are the two shows, in terms of the stories and all the characters connected because of the Frankenstein's monster? I mean, that's such an obvious thing to do, is to cast the same actor, so there must be a connection to the monster. If not, then, well, 3 series in and they haven't made a connection yet. I was hoping there'd be cliffhangers to say, right, oh, here's a character from the original series, but it's not happening. And although it's lovely to look at, and there's a lot of hard work involved. There's gospel singing and nice shots of is it Sunset Boulevard with the pine trees, like Beverly Hills and the old-fashioned cars. And it's got a sort of film noir ring about it as well. And it's just, it's not engaging. I'm really sort of had to pause it to see how long left there was so I can come and do this. But so far it's disappointing, very disappointing. But Natalie Dom has got a lot of hard work to do in this show. She's playing all these different characters, and to make them, it's like Alec Guinness playing all these different characters in one film, and she's doing the same in this one, and she's putting it off. But yeah, she's very good. As is Rory Kinnear. He's only got one character to play. Although when I looked him up on the IMDb, he's got 2 names. So I don't know, I haven't come to that part yet. Sadly, it doesn't say Frankenstein or Frankenstein, which would have been a pleasant revelation. I thought one of the actors was Dracula from the original series, but it wasn't. I thought, oh, maybe he's turned up as a 1938, I'm going to say it, a Nazi. There are Nazis in America, in Los Angeles. And I thought this head Nazi, typical, white fedora hat and white suit, I thought, oh, maybe he's Dracula in 1938. It's in this darkly Penny dreadful universe. So yeah, I've just come here to say really that I keep forgetting the title. Penny Dreadful is not thrilling me at the moment. Been editing away for a few hours and it's 20 past 11, so I'm feeling hungry as well, so I'm going to take a break. I'm kind of near the end of the edit. There's about 3, 6, 9, 10 files to go, clips, and this is Wednesday's video I'm editing. I think it's vlog 709. Of course it is, I can see the title. And this is the one where I'm trying to get a recorded program of Freeview that's stored over 6 files on a USB flash drive. And of course I'm talking about the first attempt of dragging those files into Shotcut, the video editor, to no avail, and then of course the adventures after that. This is probably a spoiler because it didn't work, as you'll soon find out, well, if you've seen the last video. But while I'm editing, I'm talking about dragging these files across into Shotcut. I thought, hang on, I'm now using DaVinci Resolve. Maybe DaVinci Resolve will accept those files. So I've just popped over to the TV, pulled out the flash drive, connected it up to the laptop, dragged them into DaVinci Resolve. At least I tried to, but nothing appeared. So those files weren't acceptable, or there is an internet. There is an IT terminology when files, they weren't compatible with the software. So yeah, 20 past 11, I'm going to stop, have something to eat. It's going to be a couple of sandwiches with extra mature cheddar, garlic sausage and sandwich bread. I've taken a break from hummus. I think hummus just didn't work well in a sandwich. It gave it a taste, but it's just not a sandwich bread really, unlike Heinz. Oops, brand name. Well, there's only one sandwich bread and it's by Heinz. There was one Sainsbury's used to make years ago and it was really creamy, but I think they stopped doing it because I remember looking for it once in there and couldn't find it. But theirs was really, whereas the Heinz one is very thick, Sainsbury's one was very unthick. It was very not watery. Yeah. Oh, what's the word? Again, it's that time of the day where the battery level is really low. What's it called? You've got yogurts that are thick, and you've got yogurts that are not milky or liquidy or watery. What's the term? thin. You've got thick. You've got the Salmon Spear, which is thick, and you've got the Sainsbury's one, which is thin. I did think thin was the word I was looking for, but that appears to be the autonym for thick. So yeah, that's what I'm going to have now. With a cup of coffee, some crisps, a couple of crisps, and watch Only Fools and Horses. I'm sure there's a few I've recorded. I do a series link. There's about, well, I told you this earlier or yesterday. I did a series link, but it's not picking up all the episodes. So what I've done is I've found all the episodes that are on this week and just recorded each one as a series link. So built on braces, I guess. Right, nearly 11:30. I'm going to do what I set out to do. Creamy, thick and creamy, thick or creamy, not thin.